The movie begins by showing how all the school bullies are celebrating because a girl is leaving the school, laughing and cheering as if a huge burden has been lifted from them, and then the scene shifts to show that girl standing calmly in front of a group of boys. It is revealed that this girl has broken the hand of the leader of the bully gang, and because of this incident, she is being expelled from the school. This news makes all the bully students extremely happy because this girl was someone who never tolerated injustice and always taught them a harsh lesson whenever they crossed the line. Her name is Kim, and she cannot tolerate anything wrong at all, which is exactly why she always ends up teaching bad people a lesson. But because of this habit, she keeps getting expelled from school after school. It is also revealed that Kim's father is a karate master, and he has personally trained his daughter in karate since childhood. Soon after, it is shown that Kim has secured admission in another new school. During the admission process, the teacher clearly warns her that she should not fight with anyone in this school, and at that moment, her father calmly explains that his daughter never starts fights and only teaches a lesson to those bully students who do wrong to others. As they walk back home, Kim becomes irritated with her father and questions why there was any need to explain everything in such detail to the teachers, saying that teachers usually support bully students instead of protecting good children. Her father patiently tries to explain that she should reduce her anger a little, but suddenly he remembers some urgent work and quickly leaves her there. Kim continues walking alone, and after going a little further from the school, she notices two bully students beating a boy because he refused to help them cheat during an exam. This boy's name is Jong, and even while being beaten, he keeps telling them that they should study hard by themselves instead of passing by cheating. The bullies do not listen and start hitting Jong very badly, something they do to him almost every day. At that moment, Kim arrives at the scene and quietly records a video of Jong being beaten. The two boys notice her and angrily tell her to delete the video. Soon after, two girls step forward to fight Kim, unaware of who she really is, and in just seconds, Kim twists one girl's arm painfully and pushes the other away with force. Then their leader steps forward, showing off and warning Kim to stay away, because he considers himself a strong fighter. But within moments, Kim teaches him such a brutal lesson that his condition becomes miserable. When the other boy tries to interfere, Kim beats him badly as well. Jong watches all of this in complete shock, unable to believe that a girl could be stronger than boys, with every movement so clean and precise that she looks like a professional fighter. After beating both boys badly, Kim calmly tells Jong to go home. The next day, Kim officially joins the new school, and the surprising thing is that Jong is also in the same class, along with the same two bully boys who immediately become frightened upon seeing her, wondering why she is here. Jong, however, feels relieved and happy, so he tries to talk to Kim, but Kim ignores him completely. When school ends, Jong approaches her again to thank her for saving him, but Kim coldly tells him that if he really wants to thank her, he should stay away from her. She explains that she did not beat those people because of him, but because it is simply her habit to teach bad people a lesson. That night, the scene shifts to Jong's mother's restaurant, where a troublesome customer causes problems by constantly complaining about the food, refusing to pay, and even pushing Jong's mother. When Jong steps in to defend her, the customer misbehaves with him as well. It is revealed that Jong does not have a father and his mother runs the restaurant alone, yet people still refuse to let them live peacefully. The next day at school, Yoon-hae, the leader of the two bully girls, approaches Kim and angrily questions why she hit her girls, demanding her phone after hearing that she recorded a video. Kim sarcastically asks whether bullies have no other work than coming to her themselves to receive another lesson. Yoon-hae insults her, saying she does not know how to respect seniors, and as she raises her hand to hit Kim, Kim instantly catches her wrist and strikes her leg, making Yoon-hae fall to the ground. Everyone around is stunned because it is the first time anyone has dared to stand up to Yoon-hae. Furious and humiliated, Yoon-hae orders her two friends to grab Kim so she can hit her, but both girls are already terrified and run away while apologizing. When Yoon-hae tries to attack again, Kim raises her fist and warns her that she is letting her go only because she is a senior, but if she ever tries to mess with her again, she will not forgive her. After saying this, Kim walks away calmly. Jong witnesses everything from a distance, while Yoon-hae stands there feeling deeply insulted in front of everyone. Burning with anger, Yoon-hae immediately goes to her two close friends, Tae, the school counselor president, and Hae-song, with whom she has been friends for a long time. Yoon-hae tells them how a bad girl has come to the school and humiliated her publicly, demanding that they teach Kim a lesson. Instead of getting angry, both of them burst out laughing at Yoon-hae, mocking her for coming back after being beaten by a junior girl. It is then shown, as Kim was leaving, Jong met her again and sincerely requested that she teach him how to fight as well. He explained that he is constantly troubled because people bully him every day, and some people even come to his mother's restaurant and misbehave, so he wants to learn fighting not to trouble others, but to protect his mother and himself. Hearing this, Kim agrees and takes Jong to her house. Since Kim's father teaches karate professionally, he immediately accepts Jong as a student without hesitation. Lightly joking, he gives Kim a candy as a commission for bringing in a new student. But Kim refuses and insists on taking proper money from her father instead. Soon after, Jong's training begins, and it quickly becomes clear that he is extremely weak and unable to perform even the most basic movements. Because of this, Jong is forced to work much harder than normal student, pushing his body to its limits every single day. His muscles hurt so badly that the next morning he can barely walk and almost fails to reach school on time. Just then, Kim comes from behind him and casually tells him to walk faster, showing no mercy at all. Meanwhile, while Kim is sitting in class, the same two bullies from before approach her with fake smiles and tell her that student councilor President Tai has called her. Kim cannot understand why she is being summoned, but when she reaches Tai, Haesung and Junhee arrive as well. Together, the three of them begin questioning Kim continuously. During this conversation, it becomes clear that Haesung is not truly a bad person, as he only fights others for the sake of his friends. After listening to Kim's side and realizing that everything started because of Junhee, Haesung decides to end the matter and tells Kim to leave. Once Kim leaves, Tai and Junhee become angry and ask Haesung why he did that when they were planning to teach Kim a lesson. Haesung calmly explains that since Tai is the student councilor president, if people find out he supports the wrong side, his image and authority will be completely ruined. As time passes, Kim and Jong slowly become good friends. One day in class, the two joke around with each other, laughing quietly, while Tai and Haesung watch them as they pass by. Tai casually comments that Kim is quite cute but also dangerous at the same time. Haesung keeps staring at Kim without saying much, and from his expression, it becomes clear that he is starting to like her, though he hides his feelings and quietly walks away. Later, Haesung is seen attending a party with his friends when a student named Kansik arrives. Kansik is Tai's friend who was previously expelled from school for bullying students, but Tai managed to get him readmitted. Haesung pulls Tai aside and questions why he would bring Kansik back, knowing how dangerous and cruel he is. From Tai's words, it becomes obvious that he wants to gain power and surround himself with bad people so he can eventually join a gang. This leads to a serious argument between Haesung and Tai, as Haesung does not want his friend to walk down such a dark path. The next day, Tai secretly meets the leader of the gang he wants to join. The leader tells him that although he is skilled at fighting, joining the gang will require a large amount of money. Tai agrees immediately, and after everyone leaves, turns to Kansik and explains that they will scare weak students, beat them up, and steal their money to collect the required amount. Saying this, Tai hands Kansik a photo of Jong, clearly choosing him as their first target. Soon after, the bully boys approach Jong, and unfortunately, they are the same classmates who have always troubled him. In anger, Jong imagines himself twisting one boy's arm and delivering a powerful kick, even feeling shocked at how strong he has suddenly become, wondering if his training has finally worked. He imagines himself beating them badly, but the scene quickly reveals that all of this is happening only in his mind. In reality, Jong is being beaten brutally by the two bullies. At that moment, Haesung arrives and steps in to save Jong, trying to fight the attackers away. However, while Haesung is helping him, Kansik suddenly appears and delivers a powerful kick from behind, coldly saying that he hates people who get in his way. Kansik then starts beating Haesung mercilessly. Just as Kansik grabs Jong and tries to drag him away, Kim arrives and calmly asks Jong whether he is not supposed to attend karate class. Seeing Kim, Kansik smirks and says that she must be the girl who has been troubling everyone, adding that today he will put her in her place as well. The moment Kansik tries to attack her, Kim counters instantly and begins teaching him a brutal lesson. She beats Kansik badly, revealing something these bullies still do not understand, which is that Kim has been a professional fighter since childhood and has won many karate tournaments. Because of this, even a strong and violent student like Kansik is no match for her. Watching all of this, Haesung is left completely shocked, unable to believe how powerful she is. And in that moment, his admiration for Kim grows even stronger. After Kim knocks Kansik unconscious, she tells Jong to go home and starts walking away. Haesung stops Jong before he leaves and asks what kind of relationship he has with Kim and how he became so close to her, admitting that he also wants to become a fighter like her. Hearing this, Jong brings Haesung to Kim's father, who gives a long lecture about karate, discipline, and responsibility, before finally allowing Haesung to join the karate classes as well. They tell Haesung to join the karate class, and he happily fills out the form, clearly impressed after seeing Kim's photos displayed with her medals, which show her achievements and strength. This time, Kim's father gives Jong a commission as well for bringing in another new student. Soon after, it is shown that Jong and Haesung begin practicing together seriously, pushing themselves harder every day. When Kim arrives and sees Haesung training there, she looks at him in surprise and asks what he is doing there, reminding him that he used to be on the side of bad people. Haesung calmly responds that he is no longer on anyone's side, that he has left the wrong path behind and now wants to learn karate together with both of them. Kim says nothing further because Haesung has already filled out the form and officially joined. Not long after this, Junhee once again tries to fight Kim, but Haesung steps in between them and sends Kim away from the situation. In this way, Haesung openly supports Kim, which makes Junhee furious. She angrily questions Haesung, asking what has happened to him and why he has changed so much. Later, she pulls Haesung aside to talk privately and complains that he no longer answers her calls or goes out partying with them, demanding to know why he has changed and insisting on an answer immediately. In truth, Junhee has feelings for Haesung, but Haesung has always considered her only a friend. He firmly tells her that he will never support wrong deeds again and reminds her that they have been friends for 7 years, so she should remain just his friend because he is no longer a member of her group. After saying this, he walks away, leaving Junhee deeply hurt. After this, it is shown that Kansik has started forcefully taking money from students inside the school and has even begun selling drugs so he can collect as much money as possible. One day, when Jong sees some of his classmates beating another student very badly in the washroom, he gathers courage and tries to save that student, but he fails and is unable to stop them, meaning he loses once again. Later, Jong goes to Kim's father and tells him everything honestly, admitting that he is still not able to become what he wants to be. Hearing this, Kim's father decides that from that day onward, he will start advanced training so that no one can ever bully his students again. Along with this, he also gives Jong a different kind of practice focused on attacking techniques. As days pass, all three of them train together consistently and gradually become much stronger. Soon after, Kim's father tells them that he has to go to a village for some work, so he says goodbye to Kim, Jong, and Haesung and leaves. Meanwhile, Tai continues threatening students, forcing them to steal money from their homes and bring it to him. During this time, while Haesung is cleaning, he first asks Jong to go watch a movie, and then, gathering courage, also asks Kim to come along. Kim agrees, and the three of them go together to watch the movie. Afterward, while returning home, they decide to play games and head to a gaming zone where they enjoy themselves thoroughly. Jong ends up winning most of the games because he is very good at gaming, and for the first time, he takes both of them to his mother's restaurant. He introduces them to his mother, who becomes very happy and says that it is the first time Jong has brought his friends home. She warmly thanks Kim and Haesung for being Jong's friends. Later that night, when Haesung and Kim are alone together, Kim directly asks him why he suddenly wants to be friends with her and Jong when he was not like this before. Haesung explains honestly that earlier he was completely different and stayed with the wrong friends, and since friendship means everything to him because he has no one else in his life, he followed their path even though he never liked it from inside. He tells her that after meeting her and Jong, he realized that he is not a bad person and also wants to protect others, which is why he left the wrong path and chose to stay with good people like them, and that this friendship makes him genuinely happy. Kim listens quietly without responding. Later that night, she chats with Jong and shares everything that happened during the day, and it becomes clear that Kim likes Jong more than Haesung, while Jong has also been interested in Kim from the very beginning. In the next scene, Tai and Haesung meet and talk, and as soon as Tai proudly announces that he has finally joined the gang and has now become powerful, Haesung is left completely shocked. What disturbs him the most is learning that Tai collected money by bullying students in order to join the gang. A violent fight breaks out between the two, with both hitting each other brutally. When Tai threatens that he will kill Kim if Haesung comes in his way, Haesung becomes even angrier and warns Tai that if he dares to touch Kim, there will be no one worse than him. The scene then cuts to Tai with Junhee, where Tai manipulates her by saying that Haesung has started liking Kim and no longer cares about Junhee at all, and that she should take revenge on Kim. Tai then gives Junhee some medicine and instructs her to mix it into tea and make him drink it so she becomes unconscious. The scene ends with Junhee calling Kim to meet her under a false excuse and speaking sweetly, saying that she wants to apologize for all her past mistakes. "I am apologizing," Kim says sincerely, admitting that it was also her fault for being rude from the beginning. As the conversation continues, Junhee hesitantly asks Kim whether she likes Haesung, but Kim clearly denies it and says that Haesung is only a good friend to her. Junhee looks surprised and then quietly reveals that she likes Haesung, but he does not like her back, adding sadly that maybe it is because she is ugly. Kim immediately tells her that this is not true at all, reassuring her that she is beautiful and that she and Haesung would actually make a good match. Hearing this, Junhee is left shocked, realizing that she completely misunderstood Kim because Kim is not a bad person at all. Because of this realization, before Kim can drink the tea, Junhee suddenly knocks it down. Kim looks confused and asks why she did that, but before Junhee can answer, Tai suddenly arrives and slaps Junhee hard, Right after that, Tai starts punching Kim nonstop as Kansik grabs her from behind, and both of them declare that today they will teach this girl and her two friends a proper lesson. Seeing Tai's violent behavior, Junhee becomes extremely terrified of him. Tai then calls Hae-sung and tells him everything, ordering him to come there immediately. Hearing this, both Hae-sung and Jong become very worried and rush to the location. However, by the time they arrive, Kansik has already gathered many students there and is waiting for them. Soon, a fierce fight breaks out. Hae-sung starts overpowering everyone easily because he already knows how to fight well. Meanwhile, Yong is initially unable to attack and focuses only on protecting himself. However, when he hits one student very hard, Jong suddenly realizes that he is no longer weak and has become much stronger. From that moment on, he starts attacking properly, exactly the way Kim's father had trained him. The fight continues for a long time, and when Hae-sung finally defeats Kansik, the remaining students give up after seeing their leader fall. At the same time, Tai, who was about to record an inappropriate video of Kim, orders her to look into the camera. Just then, Hae-sung and Jong arrive and stop him. Enraged, Tai smashes a table and forcefully presses Kim's face against broken glass, threatening that if they call the police, he will ruin Kim's face forever. He demands that both of them hand over their mobile phones, and they are forced to do so. Tai then calls Hae-sung forward, makes him sit down, forces him to apologize, and starts beating him mercilessly. Hae-sung's condition becomes very bad as Tai repeatedly attacks his leg. Seeing this, Kim starts crying. Jong gathers his courage and tries to fight Tai, but Tai is far stronger, and Jong cannot stand against him. Tai begins beating Jong brutally and continuously. Even while being beaten, Jong keeps provoking Tai, calling him a loser, and saying that he deserves no respect. This only makes Tai angrier, and he attacks Jong even more violently, shouting that he does not understand why no one respects him anymore, and whether everyone has forgotten who he is. As Tai turns back after injuring Jong, he is shocked to see that Kim has freed herself. Jong had deliberately kept Tai busy so that Kim could escape. What happens next completely changes everything. Kim launches a powerful counterattack and starts beating Tai badly, teaching him a lesson like never before. Until now, no boy in the entire school has been able to compete with Kim, and this moment proves it once again. Kim completely overwhelms Tai and warns him that he will never touch her friends again and will never bully anyone in the school. With one final powerful kick, Tai collapses to the ground and loses consciousness. Yong rushes to Kim and anxiously asks if she is okay and whether she is injured. Kim replies calmly that perhaps she should be asking him that question instead. Jong then helps Hae-sung get up, and Hae-sung also asks Kim if she is okay. Kim tells both of them to take care of each other because they are both in bad condition right now. Hae-sung and Jong support each other as they leave the place together. At the end of the movie, it is shown that Junhee and her two friends have also joined the karate class after completely reforming. Kim's father is training them, but at one point he even makes them dance, which they surprisingly enjoy. Kim is shown together with Jong because in the end, Kim chooses Jong as her partner, and both of them are genuinely happy together. Meanwhile, Hae-sung is seen helping with new admissions and explaining karate to new students, having finally found a family and his new friends, which brings him true happiness. With this warm and satisfying ending, the movie comes to an end. Before leaving, all of you must tell us in the comments section how you like this action movie and which of the three characters you like the most, Hae-sung, Kim, or Jong. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming recaps. Now, if you're in the mood for a Korean drama love story, click the video on the right side, and if you want an action-packed Korean drama, click the video on the left side. This is K-Drama Recap World. Saranghae.